All right, guys, welcome to episode 5. Welcome at Betting Corner. Today we just got some of our week 9 bets. Quick recap of week 8. Let's start. We got the trade deadline. Obviously, there was a lot of movement. I think there was 10 trades, maybe 12. A lot of big names, too, honestly.
Yeah.
You had Bradley Chubb going to the Dolphins. You had TJ Hawkinson to the Vikings. Nyheim Hines to the Bills. That's huge.
The Bills.
A lot of big names
for that receiving game.
Yeah, they really thrive in that.
Allen, I mean, Devin Singletary's all right, but he's more of like a ground and pound guy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, don't get me wrong, he's shifty, but they really use him for running. They don't use him in the pass game a lot. I really like Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins. I just still don't trust Tua to go on a playoff run. I just think it's the Bills. I think it's the Bills here personally. The Vikings, though, that's a really good move to get. TJ
I think that was probably the best move done in the day and overall what they traded and what they got back. Obviously, tight end for them has been pretty lackluster, and their offense has been looking a little. Offense has looked a little shaky. Other than the run game, actually, has been really stepping up really big with Dalvin Cook. But the passing game has been really iffy. Getting Hawkinson can hopefully open that up because obviously he's one of the best tight ends in the league.
Oh,
he's a really good catcher. And then obviously you got Calvin Ridley. He went to the Jags. Actually, I guess that was the team he bet against.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I didn't know that, which I thought was really funny. I was like, that come full circle.
It has.
That whole trade is very confusing.
If he can, when he comes back and he can kind of pick up where he left off, that's really good for Trevor Lawrence. And
people forget how good Calvin really was. Yeah. Like that year with the Falcons last year. Like he would have been awesome to have this year because they actually would have had like a deep threat and a pass attack. I don't know why they traded him. I don't know if it was just kind of like a personnel thing they didn't want.
Maybe it was just like kind of. Maybe he didn't want to be there either. I mean, Atlanta isn't going in the best direction since the years
first
of
in the league.
Matt Ryan. What's that?
Or they're first in the division.
That's a shitty division, Alex.
Yeah, but they're still first.
Do you think any of those teams are going to win the Super Bowl?
No, but
exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. The biggest thing with Ridley was like last year we didn't know without Julio how he was going to look, and then he looked really good. And then obviously the mental health thing, and then it turned out to be betting and gambling. So we'll see.
It became a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Probably the craziest thing of last week, the Broncos put up 21 offensive points. Absolute blasphemy. Anything over 20 points is like the Super Bowl for them, in my opinion.
Yep.
And they just escaped the Jags. It got a little more normal this week in terms of like inning stuff. The only really weird one, Raiders and Saints. I don't know what happened there. The Raiders are a garbage can.
The Raiders are. This is bad. McDaniels isn't the guy. Derek Carr, they overpaid Derek Carr. He does not look good anymore. Or he wasn't even good. He was just like
it didn't make sense
average.
when they did pay him.
Yeah,
when they did pay him, it was very confusing.
He's getting paid like $45 million now, or next year. I'm pretty. Or was it? No, yeah, it's next year. I think this year was the last like $20 million a year.
Yeah.
No, there's problems down there. They got to figure it out.
Yeah, man. And then Monday night, Bengals Browns. You had the Browns just beating the shit
that was a
out of the
beatdown.
Bengals.
I was like, whoa.
Obviously, the Bengals are going to miss Jamar a lot more than a lot of people anticipated, especially against a really weak and really bad Browns secondary. They are not good. They just, I guess the run game was too much. They couldn't get it together themselves. The Joe Mixon is non-existent this season. He's absolutely ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah. Pretty good week 8, though. Everything got a lot more normal.
Shout out to that bettor who went, what did he go, 17 of 17, or 17 or 16 of, what was it? Was it an 18 leg? I think it was
16 of 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the 30K guy.
No, that guy, yes, the same, yeah. The
124K guy, he did not hit because he said over Joe Mixon.
It was the same person.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, he placed that $7. He's placed that $7 parlay, and then they offered him the cash out option. He said, "No, I'm letting it ride." And then him and his wife, like the newlyweds, they went right to the game, and he hedged it at before they got there. He put $30,000 on the under. I think he won like.
That's a good idea because either way, you're coming out on top.
Yeah, he won. So
if it hits,
he won
you're
like
getting 124.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's honestly a win.
He netted almost 90,000. Yeah,
it's pretty good. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely you go there, and it's just a win-win no matter what.
It is. Yeah, it's like
you got to be on top of the world. You got to be
exactly
happy just being there.
Exactly. I'm winning either 60 grand or I'm winning 124 grand.
Either way, I'll take it. Obviously,
right.
I want the latter, but
yeah,
pretty good. Let's get into some of the week 9 bets.
All right.
Pretty good week coming up.
Got some questionable matchups. I was scared betting on some of these or looking at these while I was getting my list together.
Yeah. I will say definitely 2 games right off rip that I would probably stay away from is Seahawks Cardinals and Rams Bucks.
Well, the Seahawks Cardinals is in mine.
Oh, they're in mine too. Don't worry, but I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm a dangerous man. I like to be on the edge. But I do not recommend it because these games are really,
There's a lot of divisional games this week.
Yeah, obviously week 9, we're about to hit the halfway point when everyone will have played 8 games at the end of this week. Really, really big. This is when football starts to actually become like competitive and your wins really, really matter.
Yeah.
Because a lot of teams can overcome, like they can catch up in divisions. Obviously the NFC South is really, really close.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big stuff going on this week. But if you want to take it away with your Thursday parlay, do that.
Alrighty. For Thursday, this is the Philly special Thursday night parlay.
I like it.
I got Philly money line, a Philly defensive touchdown.
I like it.
Jalen Hurts anytime, and I think A.J. Brown cools off, so they're going to go to Devontae Smith a lot. I got his over. I think it was about 50.5.
I definitely think Brown's going to cool down a lot because they're going to see what he did last week, and they're going to be like, okay, we have to triple cover him.
Did you see he got drug tested?
Yeah, I did. The random drug tests. No, everyone knows they're not random, but it's just so funny when it happens, and it really just proves.
And the players know, too. They're like, fuck you guys.
Yeah. I take it as a compliment, honestly, because it's like, I'm so good, you think I'm on drugs? That's impressive. Yeah, I like it. The Philly D definitely has a good chance. Davis Mills, a lot of us thought he was going to take a step forward. Nope. I thought he was going to take a step forward. He's taken like 8 steps back. He looks like garbage this year.
He's bad.
And obviously Philly, he's just been annihilating people. And they have a really easy schedule, actually. They'll probably go undefeated.
They might.
Other than the last week where they might bench everybody.
That's true. Well, if you're on the cusp of going 16 or 17-0, you're going to have to do it.
I know. It's just tough, though, because, like, what are you going to do when Jalen Hurts tears his ACL?
Nick Foles.
Yeah, give Nick a call and be like, all right, man, we need you to do what you did
back.
last
we need
time.
You, man.
All right, let's get into mine. Mine is a little similar. I'm a little more rush heavy, so I got Miles Sanders anytime. I got Jalen Hurts over for the rushing. When I checked, his over was at 40.5. I think he'll hit that because the Texans have like the worst run defense in the league.
Yeah.
And obviously, Eagles money line. I mean, I don't see a way that the Texans can win. They've looked awful. The Eagles have not kept games close with bad opponents.
Yeah.
They haven't kept them close like at all, honestly, other than the Cardinals game.
Other than that Arizona game, which they should have lost, in my opinion.
They should have, because Kyler's a dumbass.
Yep.
No, I think it'll be – hopefully the Eagles can kind of take it as like a fine-tuning game of kind of like, let's try some stuff out, see how it goes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't lose, but if you do, fuck.
I know.
Got to get
the Eagles
together.
shouldn't. They really, really should not lose this game. We've had some upsets coming, but this game, this shouldn't happen.
I want to say it, but at the same time, the way the Eagles have been playing, they've been playing really, really good.
Yeah, they just traded for Robert Quinn. Like, they're kind of getting in that all-in mentality. They're just going to be really sharp.
They're definitely going to – I think they're going to kill it.
Yeah.
All right.
They will kill them. Brandon Cooks, he was tweeting some stuff earlier, so who knows what's going on there.
Is he even going to play? He might just sit out.
I don't know. I was looking at the bets, and I didn't see him for over-receiving or, like, his player receiving, and I was like, okay, something's going on.
He has a lot of beef with the Texans. He obviously wanted to be traded.
Yeah.
Because he hates it there.
His quarterback's Davis Mills. Like, come on.
I would have really liked him get traded to Green Bay. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. That would have been really good. I remember when the Patriots traded for him, it just added an element to Brady that I haven't seen, that up to that point I hadn't seen in a while because obviously we had Gronk and Edelman and Edelman. Edelman was a lot more slot. Gronk was over the middle. Like Brandon Cook stretches the field, so would have been really good.
Yeah, he's
for
fast.
Rodgers.
He's a good deep threat. There's a lot that he can do. Obviously, there's a lot of offensive struggles in Green Bay right now.
Yeah,
getting a guy like him would have been huge, and he would have been at a very low price too. I mean, they could have got him with like a fourth or a third. I bet.
I know, right?
Let's get into Sunday. I will go first. So to start off, I got the Falcons at +3.
Okay.
I got the Lions +3.5.
Okay.
The Panthers +7.5.
Oh my.
Bills money line. Seahawks +2.5. Titans +12.5, which I think is absolutely insane. And then a Rams alt of +3.5.
Okay.
The Titans one is just nuts. They're playing the Chiefs, and the Titans have been playing sneaky good. It's just like last year when they were the 1 seed.
Exactly. I just look at the standings, and I knew they were in first place, but I didn't know they were 5-2 in first place because I just can't stand Ryan Tannehill. Obviously, they missed him this week. They still won, though, right?
Yeah, actually, but they also played the Texans.
Class. What's that? Yeah,
they also played the Texans.
Yeah. They have been.
Their defense has been sneaky good.
Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons he's a beast, obviously.
Yeah, always. 12.5 is nuts. Right now it shows 12, but
wait, is it actually 12
I know it's
right
the
now?
Chiefs. Yeah, right now it's 12. When I checked, it was 12.5.
Oh my gosh, yep, 12.5. And that's not even the biggest
one.
And
then the Lions and the Packers are playing. I'm definitely taking, come on now. The Lions,
Packers have been playing so bad.
They're going to keep it close. It's going to be so close.
I don't know. I was
Aaron Rodgers looks like a shell of his former self.
But yeah, Rodgers does not look good. It's going really sour in Green Bay. Maybe they turn it around. I don't think they will, like we said on Sunday.
I think it'll be a shootout, if anything, because the Packers' defense has been meh. The Lions' offense is going to look to turn it up. Obviously, they kind of came back last week, even though they lost, which is just what they do.
They are at home.
Yeah, and I mean, Aaron Rodgers dominates there, though.
That's true.
And then you got the Panthers and Bengals. Are you after watching that PJ Walker masterclass?
Oh my god!
You're going to give 7.5? He's going to be the starter.
What's that?
He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again many times.
Oh, okay.
I'm all in on PJ Walker. I love him.
I like that confidence of PJ Walker. I don't have it, but I like the confidence.
Did you see that throw to DJ Moore? That was insane. I was driving home,
and when I got home, I was like, what? I was like, whoa.
Insane. That whole game was just absolutely wild to end, by the way.
I know. I didn't think it was going to be that good of an ending. I was like, holy shit, man.
I thought it was going to be a good game, but the Falcons started to run away with it. Then they kept tossing it back and forth.
Yeah.
And then finally it got to overtime, and I'm like, I don't even know. Whoever can make a kick going to win, basically. Any games there you want to point out?
I really like the Falcons this week. I think the Falcons. I have them at plus. Is it 3.5 right now? I believe it's at plus 3.5. They're playing the Chargers. Yeah, it's 3.5 at home.
Yeah.
I really wanted to take the money line, but I went with you. I have the 3.5. I think the Bills should win. I like the Seahawks this week as well. The Rams. Who are the Rams playing? Rams alt 3.5.
Rams Bucks.
Rams Bucks. Rams.
That's why both of these teams have not been playing very good.
I was going to say,
and I don't know what to expect.
I like the playing it safe part, just in case Brady decides to pull something out.
Yeah, I think 3.5 is definitely more than good.
Yeah, are they? They got to be favored, right?
Tampa Bay is.
Okay.
-3.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what Vegas knows, but
Vegas, they've been giving Tampa Bay all the points, right? The last couple of weeks, and it's like, oh my god,
it doesn't even make sense.
I know,
because you're just losing money with everyone hitting the team.
Literally, I think it got to 2.5 last Thursday, and then everybody was putting money on the Ravens.
Yeah, it was like, why do you keep giving this much confidence? I had the confidence too. Don't get me wrong, but then watching it, I was like, I should have just stuck with my gut.
Yeah.
All right. You go.
I have 6 out of 7 money lines this week because I'm scared of the spread in a couple of these division games.
I like the spreads this week. I like them.
You like the spreads? I was looking at them. I'm like, oh man, I was getting a little worried.
Anytime I'm getting 3.5 and 7.5, I'm happy.
You're just hammering it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I got the Pats money line. I think they beat the Colts, especially with that backup quarterback in there. Are they at home? I don't believe so. No, yeah, they're at home. I even like them more.
They're at home, yeah.
Bills money line. The Bills, they should. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not even gonna say anything.
They're the Bills.
Bills money line. I got Miami money line, especially I don't know how big a Bradley Chubb impact is going to be, but Jeff Wilson could make an impact because he's going to be pretty used to that offense and Mike McDaniel's system.
Yep.
Especially with the departure of Chase Edmonds now, it's going to be Mostert.
Only thing is Raheem Mostert. Obviously, he's kind of their RB1.
Oh no, absolutely, it's still going to be Mostert. I just maybe as like a backup role more than what Chase Edmonds was already doing.
Do like a 75-25 carries, something like that.
Vikings money line. I think they keep going. They're 6-1, right?
Miami?
No, Vikings.
Oh, Vikings. Yeah, they're currently 6-1.
Yep.
They are the lone NFC North team.
I have the Bengals money line, and I know we were just talking about the Panthers, but it's kind of like okay. I have the Falcons plus 3.5 too. I really think the Falcons can win, but I was like, you know what? I'll stay safe with the 3.5, and then I think the Seahawks outright beat the Cardinals this week.
Me too.
I think
the Seahawks obviously look really, really good.
Yeah, they're really well coached. Geno's doing Geno things. The run game's really great. I think they flat
Kenneth
out
Walker's
beat the Cardinals. I don't know if they what was the last game? Wasn't it like it was a low scoring game too? I don't know. If
it was a lower scoring, but their defense has been stepping up since that game. The defense has been playing worlds better.
Yeah,
and now their offense is putting up the points too.
Yeah.
So if they can continue to do that, they're going to be like an actual playoff threat. Yeah. But obviously, you need to see consistency from that. I am not a fan of the Pats money line.
I knew it.
I think the Colts, they just
you think they
traded Hines.
Win?
Taylor's going to go off. The Pats' run defense isn't super good as their pass coverage, pass rush.
Yeah.
So they're just going to hand it off to Taylor. He's going to take care of business.
I feel like this is going to be like kind of a revenge game from last year. Obviously, the Colts ended that 7-game win streak, and Taylor just ran all over him. Obviously, the big year he had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Bill Belichick's going to do whatever he can to stop Taylor, even if he breaks 80 yards and a touchdown, he's still going to like stop him from breaking 100, maybe even scoring multiple touchdowns. And he's going to be like, all right, what's that quarterback's name? Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger. Yeah,
Sam Ellinger. He's going to be like, beat me. Come on, just I want you to beat me.
I don't blame him because that's Sam Ellinger. Like I'd say the same thing. I'd be like,
Taylor's not beating me. You are going to have to beat me. So let me see what you got.
Yeah,
that's why I really like the Pats. But it's also a trap because I'm a Pats fan. So
yeah, I mean Bills, Miami, those are good ones. Vikings is really good. I'm not a fan of the Bengals money line.
I know.
I would like to see spread.
Yeah.
I think 7.5 is super generous. Obviously, can never go wrong with the Seahawks right now. Never.
I think the Seahawks. I mean, they're already at 5 wins. They were projected 5.5. I think they beat the Cardinals. And are they in first place right now?
Yeah, this game would be big because they already beat the Cardinals once. So if they beat them again, then they would sweep them for the year, which is obviously going to be big because now the Niners are kind of starting to turn up. And they already lost once to the Niners, but the Niners lose every out-of-division game, so I don't really care.
I know.
It's like if you're going to lose all those games, that's totally fine. Just don't win any other game besides division. You want to do anytime first?
Yeah, sure. I'll do it anytime.
All right.
I got Diggs this week. I think the Bills. I don't know how big Nyheim Hines is really going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they kind of trust the passing game.
It is early in the week, so he should be able to get pretty involved by the time Sunday comes.
That's true. Yeah. I got Khalil Herbert anytime. I think the Bears. I mean, they're playing Miami in Chicago. Miami's. I know they just got Bradley Chubb, but their run defense hasn't really been that great.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bears just love to run the ball. And I was kind of back and forth on Montgomery or even Fields. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with Herbert. DeAndre Swift, I think he gets back in the end zone just like last week.
Well, he's not.
And
DeAndre
even though Mixon
Swift
is having a bad year, what's that?
Did Swift? Yeah. He played last week?
Yeah, he scored a touchdown last week. I believe it was a receiving touchdown.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
And then I think Joe Mixon gets back in the end zone this week after the bad loss they had.
Oh, Mixon's ass.
Obviously, they're playing. What's
Mixon's
that?
ass this year. He's so bad.
I know.
He's making bad reads.
The Panthers, they have a good defense, but I think the Bengals get back to where they kind of were before the Jamar Chase injury.
Yeah. I like it. All right. Got a special one. Post-trade deadline for leg.
My
Post-trade
God.
deadline. We're rocking with T.J. Hawkinson, Chase Claypool, Nyheim Hines, and Jeff Wilson. I like that.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the post-trade deadline one that we're rocking with. But the one I'm actually...
If that happens, FanDuel will praise you.
Oh, I'm absolutely putting like $10 on that. It is going to... Post-trade, I love it. I like Hawkinson the most. Hines is probably the lowest odds to get one with his new team.
Yeah.
But I think Jeff Wilson could. He's a bit of a bruiser, and he's still fast, too.
Yeah.
But going into like the real one that I think of players that are actually going to score, I got Jonathan Taylor, Keenan Allen. I think he's finally going to get, does he have one yet this year? I'm not sure.
I don't know. He's obviously been injured, and Mike Williams being out and coming off the bye.
Derrick Henry, and then my main man, Dante Foreman. He's been playing out of his mind since CMC got traded.
He was really good with the freaking Titans last year.
That's what I said. Everyone they were like, "Oh, the Panthers don't have as good of a line. They don't have as good of a quarterback." And I was like, "Yeah, but he's still a bruiser, and he's still a good running back, and he can read holes. And the O-line's not that bad."
Yeah, they got Icky. They got I like Taylor. I think his name is Taylor Moton.
They got a pretty decent team down there, and for some reason they're starting to play good.
They have the pieces there. They just need the quarterback and a competent coach.
Yeah, competent coach,
and they should be able to get that.
Matt Rule was a kid.
They should be able to get both.
Yeah,
yeah, Matt Rule. Oh my God, I wonder if he goes back to college. I remember he was like, "I'm not leaving. I love coaching these kids." And then the Panthers were like, "Here's an open check."
He's still $4 million to be owed.
Yeah, I think for like the next, it's crazy how much they're going to be paying him the next.
Signing a coach that's never coached in the NFL with a 7-year contract is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
that's insane. You can't convince me otherwise.
They had so much confidence in him, and it just wasn't there.
He was a really good college coach, and he turned around programs, but like this is not college. This is the NFL. Yeah. Everyone's good.
This is the pros. Yep.
All right. Let's get it. Monday, we got the Saints and the Ravens, right?
The Ravens.
Yeah, yep. Saints-Ravens. Should be a pretty good game, actually. The Saints have been playing pretty decent. Yep. But my parlay, I'm going to go Ravens money line. We're going to go with a Kamara anytime. And I'm not sure what Lamar's rushing is yet, obviously, but I'm going to go with over.
Yeah, you go with the over.
He's going to run.
I like that. I like the Ravens money line. Are they playing in Baltimore?
I believe so. Give me a second.
No, they're playing in the Bayou.
They're in the Dome.
They're in the Dome. I still like the Ravens money line. I don't care where they are. I just have more confidence at home.
Yeah.
Kamara anytime, in my opinion, is going to be a lock this week. The Ravens' defense is not great. Kamara's been turning it up, and maybe he gets even more confidence with this trade stuff behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the Lamar over, especially with Mark Andrews being up in the air with his availability. Mm-hmm. So without him, I'd be really confident. Even if he was there, I'd still be confident. But without him, he's probably going to be
kind of limited.
Maybe a lot more quarterback runs.
And he might just be used a lot more as a decoy and catch a couple passes.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. On to mine. I also have the Ravens money line. It's funny, ours are kind of switched. You have Kamara touchdown, I have a Lamar touchdown, and then I have Kamara's over yards, and then you have Lamar's over.
Yeah.
I thought that they were very similar. So it's kind of cool to see we're on the same page.
I'm sure that will go well.
Combine everything together.
Always does. Yeah.
Have faith, Alex.
No, I like
Have
Kamara.
faith,
Obviously,
right?
he's a big receiving back. And that's like how he got most of his yards when he did really, really good last week.
Yeah.
And Lamar, not having Mark Andrews, probably going to rush for a lot. Definitely get a touchdown. Even if it's like a quarterback sneak. He can do that kind of stuff. He can do anything. He's a very good quarterback now.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Very.
That's all I got, too. All right. Thank you for listening.
That's all I got. All righty. Peace.